background where they have bar mitzvahs and they have rites of passage, there's a benefit there in having those things. When you don't have those things, you have to self-identify. So magnifying her point that she just made, any group can make a claim of woe is me. Black folks, Latin folks, it don't matter. The core of our topic on why others, not those like us, why others have this negative energy toward any other group, black, Israeli, or what have you, is because of the things they see that group doing. Doesn't mean it's all people. And what I was trying to say, and I got to go do another show, but what I was trying to say was other people are seeing Israelis being the bullies. I know that's hard to swallow, but it's what other people are seeing. They're seeing Israelis be the bullies. And the day that stops and more nobler heads come to the table and say, hey, you know what, let's just chill out. Then you'll stop seeing so much we want to destroy Israel, in my mind. But I could be wrong. I'm just going off what I see. But go ahead.
Well, just to say, as I said before, in the past, during peace talks, it was given to the Palestinians the chance that Israel said they would go back, and nobody could ever agree on anything, even when they offered them the land back, because everybody had too many conditions with doing it. Nobody could agree on anything, and that's the problem there. They can't agree on anything.
People have to learn.
Well, here's the bigger problem with the point. When you got when Israel got the shield, they were not supposed to do any other advancements ever. But we see that didn't happen. That was part of the agreement.
The Iron Dome is only used to protect them from the incoming missiles.
I'm not saying why it's used. I'm saying that a part of that agreement was no more no more land grabs. Period.
And many people in Israel take issue with the conservatives who keep pushing into the West Bank and setting up more communities, which is what I said before. They have to learn that this has to stop. Clinton said that. Obama said that. And, Clinton happened to pass a remark about Netanyahu just last week, I think, when he said that President Netanyahu may be the wrong president of Israel to try to negotiate peace because he's not willing to compromise in the way that maybe he should in order to try to preserve or get some sort of a ceasefire and a peace where people can go about their lives on a daily basis without having to worry about air raid sirens going off.
They always say we see people by the radicals in that group. Do you associate yourself with, do you consider Al Sharpton to be representative of all the blacks? Hello?
Q?
Oh no. Actually, your point on that proves my point. In that people go off what people see. When you see an Al Sharpton, those who are not black draw that, many, not all, draw that conclusion. I'm interested in hearing what the lady has to say. I thought she was going to speak, but I do agree with you. He's not representative of all, but it's like I say to a lot of black groups. Until you are diligent enough to replace Al Sharpton on a regular basis, internally as black folks, we can't complain about Al Sharpton going to all these things and appearing to be like a spokesman, because consistently we need to see another spokesman. And it just goes to my argument of what you see.
That's the same thing with Israel. The majority of the people just want to live in peace. You've got some radicals there, just like you have radicals in the United States and every other country in the world. And we always see the radicals. We don't see the everyday people. Like you said, the majority don't want any war. They want to. Why would they want to fight?
And I think basically.
Well,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, you go ahead, sir.
I was just going to say that I think Al Sharpton would find more acceptance if he tried to champion a couple of issues that the white community can see as well. Okay, maybe he's not stirring up that much trouble because there's just as much.
He will never get accepted. And I don't mean to cut you, but he will never get accepted because of the skin color. Look at Martin Luther King got killed. I mean, no matter how much nice you are, some people are just heaven sent on trying to, or hell sent on trying to stop anything that looks a certain way. I called your show before and got cursed out by a caller saying that I was too nice as a black guy. So, you're just going to have it. But her point that she made, and I hope she's still on, her point that she made was that, all of this stuff, all of it, just needs to stop. I look at Israel and Palestine simply as this, and then I got to hang up, gentlemen and ladies, is that I look at Israel as the police of America. And I look at Palestine as the unarmed black males who keep getting killed. And I hear the police saying, yeah, but these black guys are violent. We thought they were going to harm us. Yeah, but there's no gun. Well, I felt threatened, so I had to kill him. And you keep doing that. You keep doing that here in America. There's going to be a revolt, and it's not going to be a pleasant revolt because it's too many unarmed, unincidented, non-arrest black males dying at the hands of police officers. And that's what I see in Israel and Palestine. I see Israel being the bullies and killing for the sake of more land grabs.
What do you think of all these rockets that get shot at them? 2,000 of them?
I think
if there wasn't for the shield, they would have killed hundreds of people. And they don't aim at army sites; they aim at civilians. They're aiming at the cities. They go in and they kidnap kids and they kill them.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying. Stop the land grab first, and then I can acknowledge all of that.
Well, how about...
But again, 30 years of land grab.
Forget about grabbing land. How about sitting down at the table? You got to start somewhere.
I think Palestine should sit at the table, and I'm going to say what a Palestine person would say. I think Palestine should sit at the table and take anything that Israel does. If Israel, I don't think, I kind of wish Palestine had not shot one rocket so that this constant killing of Palestine could be seen by people of Israel too. Like, they haven't shot no rockets. Why y'all still killing them? Because we feel threatened. Oh, okay. I just really wish they had never defended themselves in any regard. And that's what people are saying. But, again, I'm going to be quiet. I got to go. I want to hear the rest of the show. I will download it. Hopefully that lady comes back to speak some more.
Ann is here.
Okay, Q. Thank you very much. We appreciate your call.
Appreciate it. Appreciate the call.
Okay. That was Q, who had to leave, or is in the process of leaving to do his own show. The only thing that I will say to the end of this would be that I don't think Israel shot the first rocket, in all honesty. Okay? He has a valid point when it comes to the expansion of territory by the Israelis into Gaza, and maybe it shouldn't be. We in the we meaning the president has asked that settlements not be built anymore, that right now let's just stay where everybody is and let's sit down at the table. I believe, as Q said, that the Palestinians should have representation, because then it's too much like what we fought for, taxation without representation. I mean, how can you negotiate a peace having to do with the Palestinians if they're not sitting at the table as well? Not everybody's going to agree on everything, but maybe there could be some sort of peace where, if there is such a thing as a normal life in the Middle East, people can get back to leading a normal life. That goes for the Israelis and goes for the Palestinians.
Ann, you still with us?
I'm here.
Okay.
Q, I assume you're not there, but the line is still on. All right, I'm going to hang up on you then. All right. All right, that was an
And you have the floor.
No, I think that we as citizens of all of these countries and the countries that we can control need to really vet our leaders a little better. I actually this morning watched a political campaign, and one of the people that are winning got on and said, and basically was bad-mouthing his opponent, saying his opponent believes in this and doesn't believe in that, and blah, blah, blah. And the next commercial that followed it was his opponent saying the exact same things about the guy before. And so we don't even know what truth is anymore. And we're electing these people based on what? Based on something they say on a television commercial? And these are the people that are bringing and stirring up these wars and stirring up all this nonsense. And the worst part of it is that, well, they're so busy self-centering on themselves and their own personal gains, there's other things going on in the world that could come and hit us upside the head, and we'll never see it coming. Because everybody's so busy fighting over nonsense. And most of it is because, the Republicans said this and the Democrats said that, but both of them are both lying. And I'm just using these U.S. as an example. Even our news channels, they report what they think they want us to hear. They don't give us all the details. They don't tell us what's really going on in those places. They only give us the pieces that they want to give us based on whatever their political beliefs may be. And so it's just a problem all around that we really need to get past.
Well, it's a sad commentary when the media has their own agenda. Okay, and I think that's what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Also,
Absolutely they do.
Mark,
And the media is part of the problem. The media is probably a huge part of the problem.
But
we
all support them. Mark listens to MSNBC, very liberal station. I listen a lot of times to CNN. I listen to Fox and MSNBC. And the same stories don't sound the same.
Well,
in 3 different radio stations. Who do you believe?
I remember when my father was alive, okay, and my grandfather, his father, and they used to talk politics. And then when my grandfather passed away, well, even before then, but my dad and I used to talk politics all the time. I watched MSNBC, okay. We used to say, if you want liberal news, you listen to MSNBC. If you want conservative view of things, you'll listen to Fox News. And if you want the middle of the road, which is what most people want, you'll listen to CNN. Because CNN...
And that's...
Yes?
And that's great if the middle of the road stuff is actually showing the reality and the truth, but they don't. They pick it apart and they pick only what they think people can tolerate and bear. And it's a problem, because I think if we as Americans really had a clue on what was going on in some of the countries around the world, I don't think we would be so quick to jump on a bandwagon of one or another. I also don't think we would be so quick to donate millions of dollars in funding to a place where we think that they need it. Meanwhile, there's other issues behind the scenes. And the whole thing just irritates me to no end, because it's amazing. And unless you go there, unless you go there and live it and are part of it, do you really understand what's going on?
Well,
and so, we